everybody, this is Pitch Gold Black here, and welcome back to another instalment of the Skulls General Reviews, in which today I'm going to be taking a look at Time Hunter. Without further ado, let us begin this review by taking a look at the presentation of this Doctor Who book. So for the cover itself, as you can see, it's just Time Hunter with the Sharpshooter logo and this sort of metallic-y sort of patchwork, silvery woven effect as the background. Very, very, very nice. And as you can tell, yes, this is the deluxe edition of this book. So for the spine, we have the Sideways Door, R.J. Carter and Troy Reiser, Telos, and then for the back, it's just that sort of silvery continuation or silvery patchwork effect. For the interior of this Doctor Who book, we have a few black pages at the start. Time Hunter, the Sideways Door, R.J. Carter and Troy Reiser, limited signed and numbered edition. This is number 81 out of 100. R.J. Carter's autograph and Troy Reiser's autograph. Time Hunter, the Sideways Door. Time Hunter, the Sideways Door by R.J. Carter and Troy Reiser. Various copyright guff. Time Hunter, a bit about Time Hunter actually. Dedication. Quote from Lewis Carroll, and then a prologue. Is a 69-page long novella spread across 10 chapters, a prologue and an epilogue. And there we've got a bit about the author. Advertisements for stuff that is already available from the Time Hunter range, and then we've got the advertisement for the finale of the Time Hunter range, Child of Time, as this is actually the penultimate in the range. We've got Time Hunter film advertisements, horror fantasy advertisements for novellas or books published by Telos, TV film guides there. Advertisements for more of those. Then we've got more adverts from Telos Publishing, and then we've just got sort of nothing really at the back, just sort of a blank page and a couple more black pages. So with the presentation of this Doctor Who Time Hunter book out of the way with, what is my own personal thoughts and opinions as well as the general consensus on this Doctor Who book. On Goodreads, ratings have generally been negative on this book, scoring in at only a 2.56 out of 5 on average on that website, with only 9 ratings in total. 6 3 stars, 1 1 star, and 2 2 stars. For me, personally, this is one Doctor Who that I'm honestly finding hard to comprehend overall. As you may or may not know, I ordered the 6 remaining Time Hunter deluxe books off of the Telos website with the intention of getting the remaining 5 in paperback later on to complete the range. I thought that I didn't really need them to read them all in order, because I thought they were just standalone books like the Doctor Who novellas were. So after a week after I finished reading Kit Sign, which is another Time Hunter book, I jumped to what was chronologically the last Time Hunter book in my collection, simply because out of the remaining ones that I hadn't read yet, that I actually had at that point, this was the one that interested me the most. Unfortunately, I think I was a little bit wrong on that idea. This novella overall feels like a rushed continuity fest, with many references to previous Time Hunter novellas courtesy of a key on whenever a continuity reference occurs, and it overall just feels like a mop-up and lead into the finale of Time Hunter, the Child of Time. So as you can see here on page 67, there's a little key down there, a small little text down there. So see Time Hunter, the Albino's Dancer, which is indicated by a 3, and that's how I got all of the continuity references in this book, as there is that really weird key in those pages whenever a continuity reference happens. And unfortunately, that is basically the review. Yes, very abrupt, maybe even wishy-washy to an extent, but I seriously cannot say more than that. Whenever I get the other Time Hunter books in paperback, I may do a marathon of all of the books in this series, as I think that is the best way to experience them, particularly with this book, and maybe even re-review this one. So, at the end of the day, I would say this acts as more of a warning as to not read the Time Hunter books out of sequence, as the ranged definitely benefits from being read in sequence as a whole, and none of them are connected by arcs or anything like that from what I know of. I know the Severed Man and Echoes are a two-parter, but from what I've heard you can enjoy both as standalone books. So I just think the series as a whole benefits from being read in sequence, especially when it comes to this book. And I do feel like I would get a lot more appreciation from this book, or I'd be able to appreciate this Doctor Who book or Time Hunter book a lot more from after reading it in sequence with the other Time Hunter books. Remember the Masters return in Series 3 episode Utopia, how it was hinted at in this series by the Face of Boe, and how it led up to the last episodes of the series, and sort of the other sort of new series arcs as a whole, but I think that one is the most key in this. Well, reading this book like the way I did felt like watching Utopia without any context, but on somewhat of a grander scale. As for a rating, I'm actually not giving one for a change, because I feel it wouldn't be fair. Don't get me wrong, this book had some good stuff for it, and I do think that out of the 4 that I have read out of the Time Hunter range, this is the one with the most gravitas. It's just not one to be read out of sequence with the rest of Time Hunter. That is all.